So, what happened with the NFL? Did I miss something?
You missed a lot.
Some people were,
a lot of drama.
they are highly upset and agitated, and I have no idea what's going on.
I don't watch NFL.
Well, I'll give you the brief thing. Trump made a big, when he was at Huntsville, he made a few derogatory remarks about, in bad language, about these people that keep kneeling during the national anthem, that's un-American and that they need to be kicked off the team.
That kneeling is un-American?
During the Pledge of Allegiance, yes, because that's showing disrespect to the flag and to our country and all those things. And so, but he said he used some foul language with it. Okay, so on Sunday, when they played, it'd be like half the team would kneel. Some teams stayed in the locker room. One guy who'd been 3 tours in Afghanistan from the Steelers, he came out and saluted the flag, but the rest of the team stayed in the locker room. And so his coach was mad at him for not being with the team, but he has the highest selling jersey in the whole United States right now because he was a hero, you know. Listen, and the worst thing to me, as far as what the teams did, they were playing two teams were playing an exhibition game in England, and so they knelt during our national anthem, and then they stood up for the England one. And what it is that, you know, Kaepernick or whatever his name was, the frizzy hair that's not playing anymore. He started this, and it's exactly like what happened back in the 60s and 70s when the black Muslims did the, you know, thing like that during the national anthem at the Olympics. Okay, so they're just trying to be like that, you know. But anyway, then last night, which was the last game, the Cowboys, about 2 years ago, the Cowboys coach or owner or manager or whatever told them that if anybody knelt, they were off the team. And that's what Trump wanted the coachers and owners and all that kind of stuff to do, is to show respect. And so anyway, what they did, they knelt together before the national anthem, and then when the anthem came on, then they all stood up. Well, did what they were supposed to do, but it's just this firestorm, everywhere. But basically, what it's all about, in my opinion, is they're trying to get it where you don't play the national anthem. It's all basically a Muslim type thing,
Yeah, it wouldn't be the National Football League, it would just be a football league.
It's crazy. I mean, because they're boycotting the NFL, they're boycotting the sponsors, there's more against what they did than are for what they did, But when Trump did it, he didn't, he said ugly things. And, but anyway.
It's a shocker. He's such a sweet man.
He's trying, yeah. But he's trying to, bottom line, he's trying to save the country because it's about to go, But anyway, bad things going on. But Jesse, would you have a prayer for us this morning? Thank you.
Lord, we're so thankful for the opportunity we still have in our country to come together at institutions such as this and study your word and study things that might help us have a more critical mind in the positive type of the term, and so we can have minds that are able to look at your word and decipher what is truth and what is not truth. And so we appreciate even classes like this to help us do that. Lord, we ask your blessing over our country. There's a lot of division, a lot of opinions about the divisions that is going on, and I just ask you to help whatever unity can come from this happen. I know that whatever unity can happen will be by your hand, and so we pray your providence is over that. And ask that you be with those who are struggling in any kind of way, spiritually or emotionally or physically, Lord. And pray this in Christ's name.
Well,
I hate that all that was recorded because I'll probably be quoted somewhere or other. But anyway.
well, you got 3 that'll have your back.
Right.
I don't think they're big enough to handle us.
But anyway, I hate these things are happening. I mean, I'm 66, and so I lived through the Vietnam War and, and all this stuff in the 60s and everything. And I thought our country was going then, because that was when the free love and and all the rioting and everything everywhere.
I served.
Uh-huh.
And I disgraced my country. I was an idiot.
Mm.
But still, all in all, when I was there doing it, it wasn't about serving a president and their politics. It wasn't about our enemy and their nonsense. It was about the man to your left, to your right,
Right.
watching their back, getting them home to their families, and they'll do the same for you.
Uh-huh.
And that's what America is about.
Right. And that's what, the NFL is not the place to protest.
No.
I mean, you do it somewhere else.
You're
People
not
watch
heroes.
ball games to get away from life.
Yeah.
Because life is not good. And, most places. But anyway, it was a big to-do this weekend. So.
Yeah, no cable.
we'll come
I'm
in.
grateful for it now. Cable.
Watch other things. Okay, let's see. Let's go over our. Let's see. I wonder where David is today. Okay, need to get out your review sheet. That's the only one I'm going to check to see if you got. And you get your 100. Did you ever find your paper?
No, ma'am, but I copied it down and I wrote it in my notebook. I looked and looked for it and I could not find it. I'm sorry. Thank you.
Okay. Let's see. Sometimes we just lose these
Hey, brother.
things.
There he is.
There he is.
Brother.
Okay.
You doing alright?
I just checked the review sheet. Do you have the review sheet? Okay. You can be, if you can read it, you can be checking your answers. Just not sure if you can read it or not. I'll say them out loud after I see David's. All right, okay, number 1 is 2.3982. And you have 2 decimal places here, 2 here, so you start on the right and go 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's how you know where it goes. This one was probably the hardest one that you had. You had a decimal here, so you had to move it 3 places, move this one 3 places, and then add some zeros. But it comes out to 261.071, and I just rounded it to 0.07. 261.07, about that much.
I just put 261.07. I don't know how I skipped out on that 1, but I guess it doesn't matter as long as I get to.
It doesn't matter.
I did it the first 2 that way. I put a 0 there to hold the place. Because I thought I was going to have to bring 1 down, and then when I did it on the calculator and redid it on the scrap paper, I was like, okay, I see where it is. It's
Right. And that's what's good, so you can, since you can use your calculators, now. But this 0 came down,
Yes.
and 376 would not go into 270, so we had to put a 0 up there. Then we had to bring the second one down, let's see, here, and it went 7 times. Now, you could have put the answer as 261.1. That would also be okay. It just depends on the instructions. This one did not have any instructions, so you just put it's about so-and-so.
But if it said like to the nearest hundredth or something like
It would be that. Nearest tenth would be 0.1. Okay. This one you probably can't see it, but it's 1 8/15. Okay. Anyone need to see that one worked out? I'll be glad to work any of them. Okay. Number 4 is 2 87/104. That was a bad one. 2 87/104. Anyone need to see that one worked out?
Can you work that one out, please?
Number 4.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 7 3/8 divided by 2 3/5. Okay, so the first thing that you need to do is to make improper fractions.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 59/8 divided by 13/5. So check, make sure you got it to that point. Then, since it's a division problem, you turn the second one upside down or use the reciprocal, and it's like this. Nothing would cancel, so you had to multiply this times this and got 295. This times this is 104. Okay. Then divide 104 into 295. Okay, it goes, what, 2 times? 87. Okay, so it's 2 87 over 104.
How do you do that in your head?
Okay. Oh, I'm looking right here.
Oh.
But see, it's worked out up here. You just can't see it worked out,
You
you
should have
know.
told us that.
You just bossed up.
No, I'm not a genius. Okay. This one you may or may not can see. 5, 3, 1, -1, -3. So you're going down by.
-2 or -2.
Okay, right. So it's inductive because it's examples. And so it comes out to a -5. Right there, -5. Down here, this is one I went over last week on the review, like a chapter test or chapter review. But this is a 1, 4, 9, 16, and it would be a 25 and a 36. Because what we're doing is saying 2 times 2 is 4, 3 times 3 is 9, 4 times 4 is 16, 5 times 5 is 25. Okay.
What was it? Wasn't that called something like
Square number. Square number. I
Oh,
think.
okay. I was thinking there's some kind of Greek thing that you said that.
Okay, I don't think so on that one. I may have said it, but I don't remember.
Okay.
Okay, determine the next two. So it was 25 and 36. And then it says, is 72 a square number? What did you think about that?
No.
No. How do you know this? Because you can't take the square root of it. You can take the square root of 36 and 25 and 16, you know. Or another way to say it is the sides would not be even. One would be like 9 and one would be 8. Okay.
I just put it,
Mhm.
and where it says, how do you know this, I put just what 8 and 9 it was. Let's put 8 times 8, 64, 9 times 9 is 81, so like
Mhm.
it falls in between.
Right. It wasn't square. And is number 5 an arithmetic or geometric sequence? Okay, you were subtracting by 2, so it makes it arithmetic. Okay, and the reason is because you're subtracting. Okay. This one, number 8. This set of numbers is best described as the integers, and I had a big X on that because we haven't had that yet. Okay, what's the only set of numbers that we've really had?
Whole numbers.
Right.
Natural numbers.
Natural numbers. Yeah, natural numbers, which is those are the counting numbers.
Which integers are just plus and negative and positive whole natural numbers, right?
Yeah, you add the negatives and the 0 to it. And we'll do that on chapter 5, I believe it is. Okay, now number 9 says, true or false, is B an element of this set right here?
Yes.
Yes. Is B a subset of this?
Yes.
Yes, it's part of it. 11, true or false, 2 is an element of the set of all x such that x is an odd natural number.
False.
False, okay, because it was an even number. Number 12, we had to draw the Venn diagram. You may or may not be able to see this. But we've got a 3 and a 6 over here and a 2 and a 7 there. The 5 is right there. We have a 4, a -1, and a 1/2, I believe it is, or negative, yeah, a 1/2. Okay, so we put all the numbers in A, all the numbers in B, and all the numbers in C. Then we wanted to do the intersection of A and B. So that's, shading it like that. Then we want to unite that with this one. So it's all of this plus all of that. So the actual answer is -1, 1/2, 4, and 5. All those numbers in there. So the final answer is all of this shaded. Right there. Okay. Okay. All right, number 13. P is I like music. Q is I am young. Now we've got the arrow, so that means an if then. So if I like music, then I am young. B part. I like music and I am young. No ifs or thens on that one. Okay. C part. I like music or I am young. Okay. D part. Okay, it's got a double arrow, so that means it's going to be if and only if right in the middle. So I do not like music if and only if I am not young. Okay, questions on that?
So don't start that sentence off with an if.
Uh-uh.
Okay, good.
If it's like this, that means the ifs are going to be in the middle here. Okay. If it's just a single arrow like that, it's an if then.
Now, would that be considered a negation and biconditional?
Yes.
And what about a conjunction?
Yes.
So it's all three. Okay.
Is A above this one a conditional, a negation, a conjunction, a disjunction, or a biconditional? And it was a conditional. Okay, conditional. 14. Okay, and we didn't have the rest of it.
Is it a conjunction too?
Okay. No.
Okay. For some reason I was thinking if there's an if then it's a conjunction as well.
No, the only conjunction
yeah, right.
word is and.
And an or. And an or. Okay, and we didn't have the rest of it. Okay, any other questions that you have? Be glad to go over anything that, oh, I know something that wasn't on this, okay, that we need to look at. That is different bases. Okay, did you have any problems with those in the book? That
Not when I did them, but I could use a refresher.
right. Let's see. All right. Okay, let's just say we have a 2-4 in base 5, and we want to change that to base 10. Okay. Remember on base 10, if we have a number like this, this is the ones, this is the tens, this is the hundreds, and this is the thousands. The way you get from one number to the next, if you're in base 10, you multiply by tens. 1 times 10 is 10, 10 times 10 is 100, 10 times 100 is 1,000. Okay. All right, over here, if you're in base 5, this is a 1. This is a 5. Okay. What would the next one be if we needed it? 25. Okay, we don't need it, but just in case. All right, so you've got 2 times 5 is 10, plus 4 times 1 is 4, so that's 14 in base 10. Okay, remember you do what you do over here. That's 400s. 4 times 100 is 400. 5 times 10 is 50. Okay, let's say we have a 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, and this is in base 2. Okay. All right, see what you get for that, and then we'll check it. Just jot it down somewhere. It doesn't matter where.
Are we converting to base 10?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Okay. Did you get that as your columns up there?
No, well, you, yeah, 6, okay.
2 times 1 is 2, 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 4 is 8, 2 times 8 is 16. Next one will be 32, 64. So you've got 116 plus 1 8 plus no 4s plus a 2 plus no 1s. 26, base 10. Okay, I think that'll do it. Okay. Alright, now let's say we have to write 2017 in Roman numerals.
Oh,
Okay, what represents 1,000?
And
And
So you got two of them, and then you have what?
X.
B, and 2 eyes.
Okay, good. All right. So, that's pretty much.
Can we do something like the 500 and the 50s in it, real quick, please?
500s and the 50s.
Because I'm needy.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, I didn't do a 50. All right.
Well,
And then what's 500?
C. No. D, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Then 40. Okay.
And
X and L.
X and L.
X. That's 10 from 50 is 42. Okay. It's just kind of hard to remember what those are, you know. Another thing, let's see. How would you write that out in words?
Element of all X such that X is less than 3.
Greater than
Greater
3.
than 3.
Mhm. If
Sorry.
you have a number line, they get greater this way.
That's right.
Okay. All right. The set of all X such that X is greater than 3. If you had to list what that is in roster form, what would you put?
just
4, 5, 6,
Yeah.
dot, dot, dot.
Good. Mm-hmm. Okay. Because the only one that we've talked about are the natural numbers, which are the counting numbers, so we don't have to worry about fractions or anything else yet. But all the numbers bigger than 3 are 4, 5, 6, and so on. Okay. All right. If we have a sentence, okay, if I am here, then today is Tuesday. Okay. What is this part called? Hypothesis. And this part?
it's conclusion or consequence.
Good. Okay. All right. So, and this part is also the antecedent, and that part is the consequent. Okay. Hypothesis, conclusion, antecedent, starts with A, and consequent over there. Okay. I think we're
Are there
ready.
going to be any questions on the test where we are changing, like when it comes to the bases,
Mhm.
where we're changing from a particular base to something besides base 10?
No.
That's good.
Right. Yeah, we're just changing from different ones to base 10. Okay.
Good Lord,
All
please.
right. All right. So make sure your notes are put up somewhere. Get your couple of sheets of paper. A later on, believe it or not, there will be some tests that you can have your notes,
That's
but not yet.
Still a little victory.
Okay, when you finish, you can go take a break and come back.
Take a break and cry.
Hey,